Hi, good evening. Today we have a new lesson for you. If you want to follow my channel, you just go to Google, you write down Shaalan or Doski, then you go to YouTube. From YouTube, then you will have my channel, and then you could follow all the video clip I made it for you. Today our new lesson is going to be about questions. We have different kind of questions. Could be short answer question, WH question, direct question, tag question, negative question. For today's lesson will be short answer question. Steps in answering short answer question, there are two important points. You have to locate them before proceeding in structuring the short answer question. First, make sure your sentences has a subject. Second, make sure your sentences has an auxiliary verb. If these two questions are met, start the steps to structure the short answer question. Then move the auxiliary verb into the front of the sentence's subject. Then change the period, or sometimes you call full stop, into question mark. For example, here, if we look to this sentence, I am in the library. If I want to make it this as a question short answer, then first I have to check, do I have a subject? Yes, I have a subject. Do I have auxiliary verb? Yes, I have auxiliary verb, this and then I have to this third step, then we could move. Then I'm gonna say, am I in the library? Then change to question mark. Then if I want to answer it, there will be only two answers. Could be yes, I am, or could be no, I am not. Okay, let's go to the second sentences. Sarah is in the office. The steps, do I have a subject? Yes, Sarah is the subject. Do I have a verb? With auxiliary verb? Yes, I have auxiliary verb. Then you go to make like this. Is Sarah in the office? Then question mark. Then yes. You could say Sarah is, or you could say yes, she is. Or you could say no, she is not. Or sometimes you could say no, she isn't. Okay, let's continue. Let's go for the sentences. We follow the same steps. Sam and Sarah are doctors. Then we have auxiliary verb or. Then I'm going to put in the front of the subject. Then I'm going to say, are Sam and Sarah doctors? Or you could say, make it short, instead of Sam and Sarah, you could say they. Are they doctors? Yes, they are, or no, they are not. Then if we go look here, today is a Friday. Let's say Sam maybe is working. Then we have a sentence like this. Sam is not working on Fridays. Then if we make this one a question, then I have to take this as a one part. Then I'm going to put in the front of the subject. Isn't Sam working on Fridays? Then I'm going to say, answer it. Yes, Sam isn't, because Sam doesn't work on Fridays. Okay? Then you say, no, Sam is. This is, and if we have sentences in the past time, we say, Sarah was a rich lady. Maybe a couple years ago, Sarah was rich, but maybe now she's not rich. Then we're gonna take the auxiliary verb was, we post it on the front of the subject, then my subject, then the rest of the sentences. Then we change it to the question mark. If we answer it, yes, Sarah was, or no, Sarah was not. Whatever we have auxiliary verb here, or maybe here, or maybe here, we're going to use the same auxiliary verb. We will not change it. If you go to the sentences, they were in our house yesterday. Then we're going to put the auxiliary verb were in the front of the subject here. Then we're going to say, were they in our house yesterday? Yes, they were, or no, they were not. If we have these sentences, I was studying last week between 1 to 2 p.m. Then if I make a short answer question, was I studying last week between 1 to 2 p.m.? Yes, I was, or no, I was not. This is in the past. If I have it in the future, same thing we do it. We look for the auxiliary verb. This is the subject. This is the auxiliary verb for the future. Then after the auxiliary verb, we have to put the root of the verb. Then to repeat is the complement. If we make this one short answer question, same thing, we're gonna take the auxiliary verb, this auxiliary verb, we're gonna put in the front of the subject. Will be, will she go to Erbil tomorrow? Then we answer it, yes, she will, or no, she will not. If we have sentences like this, they will study English for 2 semesters. Same formula. We're going to say, will they study English for 2 semesters? Yes, they will, or no, they will not. If we have the second kind of future with 100% sure, or having planned in advance. For example, Sarah is going to study English next week. We check first, as the formula says. Do I have a subject? Yes, I do. Do I have auxiliary verb? Yes, I do. This is my auxiliary verb. This is part when we make a future with advanced plan. Then we have the root of the verb. All we have to do it here, we take the auxiliary verb, put in the front of the subject here, as we do it here. Is the auxiliary verb, Sarah, subject, then the rest of the sentences we just copy it. Then don't forget to put question mark. Yes, Sarah is. Then no, Sarah is not. Okay, let's, if we have a future continue, simple future continue, subject, auxiliary, then we have to make it like this if you want to make it question. Okay, then we say be is the root of the verb. Studying is the continuation of action for 2 English for 2 semesters. Then if we want to make a question, we're gonna say, will they be studying English for 2 semesters? Yes, they will, or no, they will not. Same thing if we have it as a perfect time. Sarah has seen Titanic movie 2 times since January. We have a subject here. Then I have has. Here is as an auxiliary verb. Then we have seen is the past participle. Then how we make this one a question? We take has, just put here in the front of Sarah, then I have a question, then I have to make this one capital, then keep it like this, as we do it here. If we look here, then have to change the full stop or period to question mark, and then make here as a capital. Then I have my yes or no or short answer question, as we see it here. Has Sarah seen Titanic movie 2 times since January? Yes, she has, or no, she has not. The reason I use has here, because has is an auxiliary verb, as you saw here in the beginning. Okay, let's go to see this. Sardar has met Azad 3 times before March 2016. Same formula. We take has, this has, put in the front of the subject, then change the full stop to question mark, as it is here. Has Sardar met Azad 3 times before March 2016? Then question mark. Then you say yes, Sardar has, or no, Sardar has not. Okay. Let's go to see this question. They have driven the blue car for 2 years. I have a subject. I have, which is the perfect time. Then as auxiliary verb. Then I have to take have, put in the front of the subject, then change the period or the full stop to question mark, as it's here. Have they driven the blue car for 2 years? Question mark. Yes, they have, or no, they have not. This is easy when you have auxiliary verb. And let's look to this one more sentences, and then let's see what we could do for the rest. We have done our homework. Do I have a subject? Yes, I do. Do I have auxiliary verb? Yes, have here is auxiliary verb. Then this is the past participle of the present perfect. Then how to make a question? We take have, put in the front of the subject, as we did here. Have we done our homework? Question mark. Yes, we have, or no, we have not. In case your sentence does not have an auxiliary verb, if we don't have any of those, for example, have, has, was, or were, or or is, or will, then what we have to do? There are some steps we have to follow it. For example, this is what we're gonna do. First, we have to make sure our sentences has a subject. Then second, we have to check the verb tense time, or the verb time tense, the verb time. If, that's the first one, if the verb is present time, we have to think about do or does. Then we look for the subject. If our subject is I, they, we, you, or sometimes you call 1 plus 1 or plural, we add do. We put do with them before the main verb action, verb of our sentences. Then we go to, if the subject of our sentences is he or she or it, then we have to add does to it before the main action verb of our sentences. And also we have not to forget, have to let you know, not to forget to delete es or s from the verb to make your verb as infinitive, or sometimes we call the root of the verb. However, if the verb in the past time, we have to think about did. To use the subject I, they, we, you, and he or she, it. Let's look how we do this. After we add do or does or did to our sentences, instead of the auxiliary verb, because those are auxiliary verb, we could add it to the sentences. Then we have to move this do, does, did in the front of the subject. And then we change the period or a full stop into question mark. Let's look to the sentences here. In the sentences, I have a subject, but here I don't have auxiliary verb. Then I have a verb, which is the main verb. Then I have the rest. This is subject, my subject. This is the verb. Then I have to look for do or does. Then the third step, I have to look for the subject. If my subject is I, if my subject is I, they, or we, or sometimes we say you, both you, or any 1 plus 1, or you could the plural. Subject. Then we have to add do to it, as we have it here. For example, we're gonna say, we add do, say I do drink milk every morning. Now it's gonna be easy to make it a question mark, because here I have the auxiliary verb, which is do. Then I'm gonna take do, put in the front of the subject. You say, do I drink milk every morning? Yes, I do, or no, I don't. Let's look to the sentences here. Sardar lives in Erbil. First, we check, do we have subject? Yes, we do. It says Sardar. Do we have auxiliary verb? No, we don't have auxiliary verb here. But I have the verb lives. Then tell me that my verb is in the present time. Then I have to look for those two, do or does. Then I have to go back again to check what's my subject. If my subject is he, she, or it, like as Sardar, because Sardar is gonna represent it he, then my verb is in the present, then I'm gonna use does. Then we're gonna go like this. Sardar does live in Erbil. Then now it's easy to make a question, because now I have auxiliary verb after I add it. Then I'm gonna take does in the front of the subject. Then I'm gonna say, does Sardar live in Erbil? Yes, Sardar does, or no, Sardar does not. And also I could say, yes, he does, or no, he does not. Okay, let's continue. They sleep at 10 p.m. Maybe you could say every day, it's up to you. You could say every day. Then follow steps. Do I have a subject? Yes, I do. Do I have auxiliary verb? No, I do not have it, but I have the verb, which is the main action. Then How I'm gonna make a question? Then I have to look for it. Because I have in the present time, then I'm gonna look for do or does. Then I go to the second step. I check the subject. If my subject he or she or it, then I use does as we did here. But if my subject is I, they, we, you, or plural, then I'm gonna use do as I did here. That's my new auxiliary verb. Then now it's easy. I could say they do sleep at 10 p.m. every day. Then you say question, do they sleep at 10 p.m. every day? Then you say yes they do or no they do not. I hope you have learned something. If you have any question, you could post it in my channel, then I could follow it. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Keep in touch.